out to RG22 Outdoor Adventures on this live stream. Sorry, my voice sounds like crap. I'm bad. My allergies have been killing me like crazy. So, pardon the sniffling, pardon the coughing, clearing throat, whatever it is. Blowing nose, I'm extremely sorry. Despite the allergy medicine, my allergies have just been brutal this week. So, without further delay, a little background story on what I'm going to paint. All right, so my friend and I from Muskie Mates, John, be sure to check out his channel. He's got some pretty cool stuff about muskie fishing. We went out to Lake St. Clair, and we caught, this is our first time out on the lake trolling just with us. And we got two muskies, and this was a lure I made the night before we left. Made it really fast, didn't put a good finish on it, none of that. It was really quick, hastily done. And this part here was straight. And when we got in the water, it just did this. It didn't swim. So we kind of threw it to the side, kept trolling. As the time went on, as the day went on, as we were trolling, I pulled it back out and started bending this down, trying to figure out what would make this swim a little bit better. So we bent it down and bent it down, bent it down, bent it down pretty much as far as it would go. And the further we bent it down, the more it would kick. And it would kind of wobble like this with a kick. So we put it on our spread, and lo and behold, maybe 30 minutes later, we get a fish on it. And then another hour and a half, 2 hours later, we get another fish on it. And the last fish was about a 41-incher. That's the only fish I've ever measured. So this is what we're going to paint. I call it a blue perch. It's in the same family as a black perch, just a color variation. Okay, and instead of doing the pink belly with the purple stripe, I'm going to just do a chartreuse belly. We're going to do something pretty, it's going to be a pretty quick, simple, easy pattern to paint. So, okay, so let's get started. All right. Oh, airbrush. All right, so the first color that I'm going to use is going to be this Vallejo primer, white. Oh, so let's get, okay, so let's fill this up here. All right, and we're going to thin it out a little bit too. A little bit of thinner. Okay, let's get it mixed. Sorry, I'm just taking my time. I'm not in any big hurry to get this done. We got all day to live stream, so. No, now it doesn't want to spray. What the heck? Let's figure this out. There we go. All right. Let's start spraying. Oh, that kind of sucks. I want it to be more paint. There, maybe that'll work. Yeah, that's a little better. Now I don't want to spray again. Jeez. Yeah, what is going on here? I thought I cleaned this thing. I'm not going to end the live stream. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I like that better. All right. Hi, Barbara. How are you doing? Sorry I missed that. All right, let's get this dried off so we can add a second coat. And then we'll have to put some more paint in the cup. Don't fall. All right. Oh, that's not plugged in. Is it? It is. What the heck? Jeez. What's going on here? Oh, that's that. That's not here. Sorry. I gotta find the plug for my dryer. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. But this is all live, raw, unedited. So you're going to get mistakes. You're going to see things that are screwed up. I'm not going to do this perfect. There we go. Nice and dry. We'll put another coat of paint on there. Throw some more paint in the more primer. And let's thin it out some more. A little bit more thinner. There we go. All right. And let's stir it up. Okay. Jeez. There we go. All right, let's do some more drying and then we'll put our last coat on. Make sure this is good and thick so our colors pop. There we go. Just for reference, if you guys are just starting to join in, this is the lure we're going to paint. And if you want, I can go over the backstory again on this lure, which is pretty interesting. Okay, we're done with the white. The next one I'm going to do is going to be our blue. It's going to be a wicked pearl blue. That's our next color. after we get the airbrush all cleaned out. There we go. All right. There it is. Use a little bit of water. So sorry, just getting this airbrush all cleaned out right now. That's all we're doing. We'll get back to painting in 2 seconds because this is all part of the painting process. All right. A little bit more. So I want this perfectly clean. I don't know, these lure making videos, these painting videos, good for live stream. I mean, sometimes it seems like the fly tying people get a lot more views. They're working continuously. Unfortunately, excuse me. Unfortunately, with this airbrush, you gotta clean the brush out frequently in between every color. So I got this color, Wicked Pearl Blue. And I've also got this ink, Ultramarine, which really looks really good. So I might try either one. If I have some left, we're going to use this. So let's put our thinner in there, our reducer. Let's get it reduced. Not so much reducer, Randy. We're going to paint this quite heavy, so we're going to put some of this in here. This is Wicked Pearl Blue. Hopefully I have some left. Oh, I do. Good. And we got a lot in there. It's all right. Let's get it all stirred up. Excellent. Look at that nice color. There it is. Beautiful color. So here we go. Okay. We're not going to paint on the belly. There's our pearl. Checking while waiting for my paint to dry. Yeah, that's story of our life painting these lures. Or are you just saying this video is as exciting as watching paint dry? Huh, Steve? Hopefully it's not as exciting as watching paint dry. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Yeah, exactly. Well, let's see if we can speed up the drying process for you, okay? Because we're definitely not going to speed up the painting process. That's gonna take a while. So maybe I can speed up the drying process with this. Oh, awesome. Do you do musky lures, or what kind of lures do you paint? Do you have your own channel, Steve? If you do, I'll check it out. Ooh, yeah, this looks really good. Oh, yeah. I like that pearl color. Let's get that dry. You know what? I'm thinking maybe we just do another coat on there. You know what? Sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Oh, nice. You carve them too, huh? That's what I did here. Carved this one out, and there's one of them, how they start off after I'm done cutting and sanding and carving with the epoxy and lead hole and everything. But again, Hercules. Oh, shoot. Hate when that happens. Luckily, nothing happened to the lure. I have some lure. I do a lot of lure blanks too. I paint them sometimes. Oh, shoot. What happened there? That's not good. That means we just went too heavy. Yeah, we're gonna go over this one more time. Luckily, this is just for me. If I was gonna sell that, it would get redone. You know, like, I'm wondering if I should just redo it. Yeah, I guess so. On one side of the fish, not on the other. Maybe we can hide it a little bit. Yes, we can. All right. I think we got it hidden a little bit better. Damn. All right. Let's do it again. Jeez. Oh, come on. All right, one more time. Gotta hide that lateral line. Okay, let's try that off. We'll get the airbrush clean, and yeah, we're gonna get this all nice and dry. Oh, cool. North Canton. So you're from Ohio. Well, we got a lot of overspray too. Oh, Kentucky, okay. Unfortunately now, Steve, we're going to be watching paint dry. Okay, I'm further north. I'm up near Cleveland. Let's get this airbrush cleaned out while that paint's drying, and then we'll get the underbelly with our wicked opaque white. And then after that, it's hopefully if this paint's dry, we can make some templates out of tape so we can make our circles as we paint our gold scales. And then I think I might do some gills. I might. I'm getting to a point now where that's what I do. Some of them are, not all of them. For instance, let me see if I can find I have a wicked red. So, for instance, this is wicked red and it's not pearlized. And the next color I'm going to use, this wicked opaque white, is not pearlized either. I guess the colors are just a little bit more vibrant. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit more vibrant colors. I do have a couple transparents, but no, they're not transparent. But they're not, maybe translucent, maybe is a better word. It's going to get loud. I got to turn my air compressor on. Thank you very much. Come on, air compressor, shut off. Okay. Now, God, this air compressor is annoying. All right, wicked opaque white. That's going to go on the belly. go. Oh, finally. It's about time that air compressor stopped. That was getting annoying. Well, thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, I'm glad I chose that color. And let's get that dried off. Okay. Not too bad. Let's get that dried off again. Oh, man, I'm sorry about this. My nose is running like crazy. Allergies. Now, these, I didn't use, for the circles here, I didn't use stencils. I freehanded that. So I'm thinking maybe I freehanded again. But the scales were done with as a stencil. I think that's where we're at now. I don't know if I can, I think I can put tape on there. I think so. All right. We're gonna do one more coat on the belly. Okay. How's that looking, guys? Looking pretty good? I think I might freehand it. Yeah, we're going to freehand it. That's what we're doing. I got this good airbrush. I think I can freehand this. This is cedar. That's what it's made from. This is the same lure. I do have some mahogany, but I don't have very much left. All right, let's get the net on, and then we're going to do the gold. So let's get this net on here. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is it right here. All right. So we're going to put this net on. Okay. And I probably should mark, actually, you know what, let's do this first. Let's mark out where we're going to put the circles. So usually I'll rest this on some tape. Maple's extremely tough to carve. But yeah, I bet you're using less weight. You use the maple for gliders? Alright, so let me grab a ruler. Okay, so now we're just laying this out. Unfortunately, I work from right to left. 7. Okay, so we're going to go 2. So we're going to go right there. Get a pencil. Oh, do I have a pencil? Hopefully this one works. No ink, no blood in that one. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we'll use a pen. Pen will work. All right. So we're going to do our first one at about 2.5. And then we'll go to 4. Yeah, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We'll do 3. We'll do 3. Too far. We'll go 5.5. There. So 1, 2. Let's go 1.5 inches instead of 2. So we'll go 2.5. 2, 3.5. That's to 4. Yeah, we did that. Okay, so then we'll go another. We'll do 1.5 inches. So let's go from there to here. Oh, we did it. Okay, and then another 1.5 inches. We got our last one right there. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to move this one in here a little bit more to right about there. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, now translating it to the other side. I think right about there. Yep, okay. Right about there. And then right about there. And then right about there. Okay, so we got that. And then we got it marked. Okay, I think we got it right about where we want it. Yeah, okay, perfect, excellent. Now, we'll be able to see those marks once we get this mesh on. And all this mesh is just a laundry bag that I got at one of the Chinese food stores here in Cleveland. I'm going to put some tape on this because I don't want it getting scratched. Every time I do these clips, it gets scratched. Yeah, I haven't made any gliders yet either, Steve. I've just been doing some crankbaits. No soft plastics or anything like that. This isn't for the paint. This is... the only issue I'm going to have is overspray. Hopefully we can minimize that. That's my only issue I'm going to have with doing this freehand is the overspray. So Steve, what got you into making baits as a hobby? What sparked that interest? Just curious. Mine was I was on Cave Run. I've always been interested in making my own tackle, from wrapping rods, making floats for steelhead fishing, things like that. So I've always been into it. But um, but for the lures, I was on Cave Run, and there was this old timer with his boat, and he had a bunch of musky lures all across the gunnel of the boat on the side and everything. And I complimented him, said they were really nice baits, they looked really cool, and asked him where he got them from, and must have got really offended at me by asking that question. And he was very rude and kind of said that, no, I make my own baits, and it was pretty rude on how he said it. And kind of like I put him down, which I wasn't. I was complimenting them. I thought they were really good. But that was the guy that kind of got me involved in making them, because he was a complete idiot, and I thought I could make them better. After that, there was no more complimenting. Someone's cutting grass. Which reminds me, I gotta find the keys to that shed so I can get the battery out today. But no, I love sharing this stuff with everybody. That's why I do the channel. I don't care if you copy my lures, copy them, whatever. I don't really care. Copy them, sell them, it doesn't matter. Not for muskies. The one time I got out this year was for steelhead, but I've been working like crazy. So the fishing's been at a minimum. All I've been doing is working in my real life job like a dog. Got bills to pay, which I'm sure I know you know how that goes. I'm trying to find mine. All right. So I think we're going to go white first. We're going to go white. We're going to do our dots in white, and that way this yellow really pops, so we don't have to do as much. Let's do that. And then what we're going to do, so this airbrush has a setting on it, this knob. If I turn this knob all the way to this trigger isn't going to go all the way back. There, see, that's what we're gonna aim for. So now, there's some white. Okay, this is the tough part right here. This is going to be really tough part. So we're going to go, I see the dot. So we're just going to go first with these dots, just really light. There, just like that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. All this is doing is just marking out our area where we're going to paint. And I think that other ink mark was right there. There. And the other one was there. So I'm going to say right about there. Let's see. Yeah, right about there. There's the ink mark. Right about there. Yeah, we went back too far. So let's go over here. All right. There. Okay. Then the next one was right about there. I can see it right there. And then the last one was over here on the tail. There. Okay. So now I am going to make these dots a little bit bigger. I'm going to try to keep it within the boundary of this area here and this area here. Those two lines. There. We do the same thing here. There. A little bit more. There. And do the same thing here. Sorry about the air compressor. All right, we'll see you next time, Steve. Have a great day, buddy. Thanks for watching. There we go. Okay. There. Not bad for freehanding. You can do the same thing over here. This should go a little faster. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you can tell it's free-handed, but it's not bad. Next time we'll do stencils. But honestly, the fish really aren't going to care. Okay. Now it's time to clean the white, and let's paint the gold. Time to clean some airbrushes. That came out pretty good. I like that. It's freehand. Not too bad. Well, hello everybody out there. I see there's 3 people watching, so hello. Hopefully you guys are doing well. No, now there's 2. There was 3 and then there was 2. Yeah, let's run some of this cleaner through it. Just cleaning the airbrush, not ignoring you guys. All right, so the next color is going to be this gold ink, and we're going to put it in where you see all this white. So there you go. Here's some gold ink. There. All right. Okay. Now I want to turn this back down to where we had it, which is barely running. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Let's let that dry. We'll put another coat of it on. Okay, very good. Let's get this nozzle cleaned off. Looks like it's pretty dirty. Okay. Turn this, do this. Get that needle cleaned. Okay. There we go. Very good. All right, let's do the other side. There. Sorry about the air compressor. All right, we're going to dry this off, and then we'll do another coat once this air compressor shuts off. All right. Where'd that other piece go? I lost it. Shoot. I lost my little needle protector. No, I didn't. I did. I'll find it. I took it off to clean and then I lost it. Damn it. Oh, I think I might have another one laying around. Okay, let's do the other side. And then we got to find that part after we're done with the video. All right, let's dry that off. We'll do the last coat on this side. Let's reduce this a little bit. Okay. Okay, let's go one more over here. All right, so there we go. There's our blue perch. Let's get it dried off, and then we'll take the scales off, and we'll do a nice unveiling. Oh, you just left. All right. Here goes this big scale unveil. Wish I had a drum roll. Oh, I got caught. Jeez. Yeah. There we go. Let's put this over here. All right. Boom. 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 Bam. it's time to do our belly. But we're going to put some tape over here so we don't have anything happen to that. There we go. Blue perch. Chartreuse belly. But we're going to put some tape along this edge here. Okay. Ah, fuck. Okay, chartreuse paint. So let's get that gold cleaned off. I'm gonna get that gold cleaned out here. And I gotta find that cover, unless I have another one from another airbrush. Next up is fluorescent yellow into the belly. Okay, fluorescent yellow for the belly. That's what we're going to do next. What time is it? Oh, I'm doing a live stream.
It's done.
No, I'm doing a live stream. Well, where are you going? Oh, it's 11 o'clock already? Wow. Alright. Let's get that dried off and we'll put another coat on. We're going to do multiple coats, multiple light coats, and this color is really going to pop. Sorry, I work in the garage and that's my wife pulling out. So it always gets noisy and
It's cold.
yeah. You know I'm doing the video, right?
What?
You know I'm doing the video, right?
Yeah, why?
Okay.
Don't you want to sleep?
Well, forget it. I love it. People just doing stuff in the middle of a video. Like Social Distortion says, story of my life. Add some more chartreuse. What are you doing now? All right, so if you're just joining in, I'm painting what I call a blue perch, kind of a variation of the black perch, and I'm doing it in the chartreuse belly. And right now I'm in the middle of painting the belly, which I'm gonna put some gills on it. I decided to do a head. Let's get the airbrush cleaned out. Okay. Just doing some stuff to get the airbrush cleaned out. Gotta do this after every single color. So it takes up a lot of time, so sorry. Yeah, let's decrease the pressure a little bit. There we go. All right, so next is going to be the head and the gill. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do black. I have a template for that. It's going to be this template right here. I'm going to cover up the fin. So I don't think I'm putting a fin on this. But we're going to kind of do something like that. And since I'm going to do gold on the head, I'm going to do black first, then some gold, and then we'll blend it in with blue. So let's get this all taped. We're going to end up holding this like that. And go right about that, right about there. I'm going to bring this down here, like so. Okay. Then we're going to do black. We're going to go right across the head. Let me get the black. Where's my black? There it is. All right. Got some black here. Now we're gonna do the gills. Let's thin this out. All right. All right. We'll see ya. All right. Oh, we're gonna turn this down. Here we go. All right. Okay. Let's do the other side. Let's dry this off first. Okay. Now we do the other side. Get that tape down. Okay. And let's estimate where we're going here, right about there. Let's see. Yeah, right about there. I think that's about it there. It looks about right. Okay, here we go. Okay, not too shabby. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. The black perch. Or blue perch. Blue perch. Not black perch, blue perch. All right. All right, so the next color is going to be gold. We're not going very heavy on it. I want this pretty light, and then we're going to go over that in blue, that wicked pearl blue, and do some shading on that. Okay, so I got a little bit of gold ink. That's the gold ink that we used on the scales right here. So we're going to do the same thing. And I'm going to try just to leave a little bit of black. Just the slightest hint. Just the slightest hint of black. And with the smallest line there. Just like that. Okay, and now we're going to go. Just like that. Okay, let's take this all the way down. There. that line I wanted. Same with the other side now. We do the same to the other side. Same color gold, but look at the difference when we use a different color on the background. Same thing, I want the smallest line possible. There. Let's get this taped down, like so. Oops, we gotta do that too. Unless you guys want me to put fins on it. All right, here we go. Okay, let's get that dried off. Next color is going to be our blues, or our blue. Actually, first we're going to do some red. Actually, no, we'll do blue first. And then we'll do red underneath. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And it's going to look really sick with the blue. Okay. All right. Blue. But we gotta reduce it. Let's reduce it. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're gonna do blue. The same blue that we used on the body. Ah, too much. Ah, darn it. Oh well. We'll end up putting some of this back, I think. Alright. Someone unliked it? Jeez. Sorry. I do this stuff uncut. Alright, here we go. Now this is blue. We're going to go right across the head. I want to kind of just shade this a little bit. But we're going to use way less air. So let's move this dial all the way to about there. A little bit less. There. Okay. Here we go. No. Okay. There we go. I think that looks pretty sick. There. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Then we're going to put another color. I'm going to put this blue on over all of this and then across the back probably. Or some black across the back. Stay. So I need that thing to fall and break my needle. And I'm out of freaking needle. Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, fucker. Okay, we don't need this anymore, so we're just going to go across the top. Let's get this dried off. Okay. It's looking pretty neat. I kind of like that. I'm going to put some white accents and then some red down here underneath the gill, and we'll call it, we'll put some red eyes on it, some epoxy, sign it, and we'll call it done. Got a little ways to go still. All right, let's get this cleaned off. Sorry, but a lot of this is cleaning airbrushes. I know it doesn't hold a lot of people's attention, so I don't think this is going to be a viable option for my channel anymore. So I'm probably going to do away with these live streams, even though I do enjoy them, especially when I'm interacting with people. But seeing how people come, people go, and it seems like every time I'm cleaning the airbrush, people leave. It just doesn't hold people's attention. So I think we're just going to stick to the long videos, try to make the shorts, and that's it. All right, so let's get this done. Okay. Well, where's that stencil at? There it is. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put some wicked opaque white. See? I'm working on the head, everybody leaves. I mean, sorry, people. All right, here we go. Let's put some white on here. Right along the bottom. And across the nose. There, just like that. Let's go across the bottom here. Let's go across the bottom here. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. There. Pretty neat. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Well, you know, you can't please everybody with the likes and unlikes. They like you, they like you. They don't, they don't. Doesn't matter to me. One bit. Nope. I could care less if you like my videos or not. I'm just going to keep putting them out. It's part of being on YouTube. You know, some people love what you do. You know, some people hate what you do. And you can't let those people that hate what you do discourage you from doing it. There we go. That looks really good. I like that. Okay, so next is going to be red. I'm going to put some red on the gills, underneath on the throat, to make it look like this fish is this lure is bleeding. And then we'll do some red eyes and sign it, epoxy, and we'll call it a day. You know, don't forget, man, if you guys like these videos, and you're enjoying them, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome. Greatly appreciated. The channel's growing by leaps and bounds. I've got almost 800 subscribers, which I never thought I'd get to this point where I am now. So it's because of you guys. Iridescent red. Okay. Iridescent red. That's what we're using next. Iridescent red. That's going to go right down here. So let's get this cleaned out a little bit better. Okay. Okay, here we go, iridescent red. Okay. I'll turn that down. All right, here we go, iridescent red on the throat. There we go. It's bleeding now. Look at that. The blue perch is bleeding. That looks pretty cool. I like that. This is going to be a nice crankbait. Maybe I'll have to incorporate this color into some of the lures I'm going to try to start selling pretty soon. There we go. Okay. And here we go. Now I'm primarily doing this video for the people that also will watch the live stream after when I get it posted. So let's do some red. Yep, we'll do these red eyes. If I have 3/8 half-inch eyes, which I should. Oh, I go the way I don't. Where are they? Where'd they go? Nope. Oh well. We're gonna use these. Oh, there they are. There's my half-inch eyes. Okay. Excellent. All right, so we're going to use these red eyes right here. I have this super glue. Is it working? Yep. Okay. Excellent. So we're going to put a drop. This is some pretty thick stuff. There we go. That looks amazing. That is exactly what I envisioned. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Now it's time to sign it because an artist always signs their work. We'll get all the tape off of it and we'll start mixing some epoxy. So let's get this signed. And 4 of 2025. Okay, so let's take the tape off. Now it's time to do some epoxying, and then we'll put it on the rotisserie when we're done. And that's it. All right, let's get this tape off here. How are we gonna get all this off? There we go. Okay, we got some really nice crisp lines. There we go, some really nice crisp lines here. That looks amazing. Wow. Okay, let's get this one off. Okay, Pete. All right, folks, there you go. Okay, now we're gonna put some epoxy on. You guys have already seen this done. Actually, you know, I'll do it on this. I did it on my 2 other live streams. We'll do it on this one. We'll put some epoxy on. I'm going to get this slip taped up so we don't mar it on the rotisserie. I have a scale. Unfortunately, it's pretty cold out, so I have to warm the epoxy up so it flows a little bit. But you got to be very careful with that because this stuff, if you do it way too much, it will just crystallize right away. So, Let's get some epoxy. Let's warm this stuff up. I'm gonna get this taped first. Okay. All right, so this is our lure, and now we're going to do the epoxy. This is probably one of the most crucial parts of this entire lure that we're going to do. Let me put it over here. Now, what I use now is this BSA, Bob Smith Industries, slow cure epoxy. I like how it turns out. I like how it hardens and everything like that. So I use 2 coats, but we gotta get this stuff warmed up a little bit so it flows a lot easier because it's really cold out here. Got a brush. I need a brush. Where all my brushes go? God. There they are. Okay, we got our brush, well, many of them, and now it's time to warm this up. You see how it doesn't flow at all? I want to heat it up. So all we're doing right now is heating this bottle up a little bit so the epoxy flows. There we go. We got it. Okay. Do the same thing to this one. And then what I like to do is I like to go over the lure as well and warm that up. Oh, that hurt. All right, so that's warmed up. Now let's warm this up. Okay, now it's time to pour the epoxy. I'll probably do like maybe 5 or 6 cc's. Okay, let's do, we're at zeroed, so we're gonna do probably 5 or 6 cc's. That'll give us the 1 coat we need. This one I usually put on pretty thin. The second coat goes on a little thicker. So there's 5.4. There goes someone to track hawk. And we're at 5.5, so let's go to 5.5. Just fell. Who knows? 5.5. Oh, was that my brush? That was my brush, wasn't it? There, 5.6. Excellent. Okay, very good. 1-to-1 mix. 2-part epoxy. Was my brush. All right. So now we need to mix it. So I have a stirring stick. See how hard? Okay. This is 30-minute epoxy. We have a little bit of time to work with this, so it's not a huge rush or hurry. Okay, that's all mixed. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of heat in there to kind of liquefy it a little bit. There, just like that. And then we're gonna throw some heat on this again. Because I really want the epoxy to flow on this. And then when we're done, when we put it on rotisserie, I'm going to turn my heater on and put my heater on them, so we get a little bit of additional heat. So there we go. See how nice that body's nice and warm. See how it just flows right on, easy to brush. And then look how those colors just pop.
I got Spider-Man.
Look at those colors just pop.
There's no boot here. Where's the boot at? Okay.
Okay. I just like how these colors just pop on here. That is just awesome. Look at that. There we go. This is looking really good. This is looking really, really good. I am really liking this lure. And the depth of it is just amazing. Wow.
Let's go. Yeah.
Every time. Okay. Have fun at school, Henry. Have fun at school. This cold is really killing me. Yeah, that's epoxy. Oh, can't stand this cold temperatures doing this stuff. Really makes it difficult when it's super cold outside. And this epoxy does not want to flow, does not want to brush on. There's a bristle. Get that bristle out of there. Okay, so now we're going to take some heat to this so it flows. Ah, fuck. God damn it. So it flows and levels itself out. This is the hard part now. This is the part where the temperatures aren't perfect. This thing isn't going to turn out right. So let's get this heated up. The epoxy flows. Air bubbles are released. All right, let's get this on rotisserie. Here we go. Sorry, people. Sorry about that. Let's put this on rotisserie. Oh, wow, it actually spun. Wow, that is pretty good. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna take some more heat. All right, well, on that note, the lure's done, sitting on the rotisserie. The epoxy is gonna cure. And thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you on the next video or live stream. So you guys have a wonderful day. And again, thanks for watching. If you like these videos, don't forget to like them, subscribe to the channel, and then share them with your friends. All right, have a great day and good luck out there, everybody on the water.